we had about 3-hour meeting on Monday. So I'd like to first thank all the advisory council members for their energy and contribution to after long day, and especially thank Marisol and Erika for their contribution during the meeting, as well as contribution to preparation for this presentation. So next slide, please. I only have one slide. So the advisory council would like to make a few recommendations to the science team members. So first, we'd like to encourage science team members to be more active or remain active among the GHRSST by letting GPO know of any GHRSST relevant activities and publications. And we would also like to encourage the science team members to make the GHRSST activities and data more visible to the general public and the wider science community by sharing them in open access platforms, and of course with support from GPO. And also we'd like to encourage the members to support GPO by providing some ideas and materials that could be put together to make the 25 years of GHRSST timeline web stories. So please contact GPO if you have something that can be useful for this. We would also like to recommend for the science team members to identify early stage researchers and help them to connect with the GHRSST network. The aim is hopefully to build capacity in the new generation of international ST users and researchers. So especially we would hope the GPO can to work with GPO to increase these early stage researchers' participation in GHRSST. So there are talks that they could attend, and there is a mentor program, and also more than welcome to connect with science team members and all the relevant task teams. The next recommendation is on to recommend the science team members to review the task team formation guideline. They are on the GHRSST website, especially on the timing. So we've discussed this, and we felt the initialization and drafting the plans or forming a group can be done maybe virtually during meetings, but the voting for the plan and the task information should be done during the science meeting. The last recommendation would be to consider whether it's a good idea to have the SST user symposium every other year, and the science team meeting will remain annually. So in one of the years, the user symposium would be in combination with the science meeting. We felt like it would be a good idea for the science team members to have a think about it offline, and we're going to have a voting poll organized by GPO. So please think about it, or you can express your opinions by emailing GPO or forming discussions and respond to the poll so we can move forward. That's all the recommendations and encouragement from the advisory council. Thank you very much, everybody. So if anyone has questions. Oh, I see there's a question. Is that for? So Huaimin, please go ahead.
Yes. Thank you for presentation. On the last point, the user symposium every other year, what's the rationale for that?
I don't know if Erika, if you want to take this one. So I think it's more about so we can prepare the materials to basically better produce a better user-focused symposium than doing every year, because we might have time to accumulate some of the training materials. I think that's the main consideration. Erika, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, that's the better focus, and more focused and more focused discussions at these meetings.
Because I think we also mentioned that it's possible to having some virtual meetings virtual trainings leading up to the in-person user symposium might be more effective. But if you want to build this kind of gradual building up to the capacity or the ability for the users to fully explore the symposium, you might need some time to do that. I mean, it's all open to discussion. So we talk about whether to have the symposium in combination with the science team meeting or have two separate events. It's all up for discussion. So we just kind of this is a suggestion. And if you do have some so I think that point, so at the time we have people really hope that to happen every year, the user symposium every year, and people would say maybe it could be a good idea to have it every other year. So it's all like open for discussion at the moment. Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Chongyuan. Thank you. Okay. So now we have the closing remarks. Thanks everyone for making it out here. But just to recap on sort of the past week, at GHRSST, we've had 78 contributions in person and online. So whether it be talks or posters, we've also had 74 people registered in person here in Montreal. So that's a nice turnout. We had 76 people registered online, so people coming in and out. And so, I mean, with the time difference, people were troopers online, so that was great. But yeah. And then during our symposium, we had the 6 different science sessions. So we had the coupled data assimilation, climate change and variability in global and regional SST. We had a session on challenging regions on the coast and in the Arctic. We had calibration, validation, and product assessment, advances in computing and products. And then we also had an extra session that we added in on applications and observations. We had some really great keynote speakers. So we had 5 of those and 24 talks. And then, as we just had earlier, we had a workshop with the CEO's Coast VC. And then we also had a great workshop yesterday on the GDS evolutions. I want to give a really big thank you to all the chairs and co-chairs that helped to run the sessions and did a really good job. Creating discussion and then also keeping good time. So that was nice. Thank you so much. We also had some poster sessions. So on Tuesday, we had the icebreaker. We had 34 in-person posters, and then we had 24 posters online, and those were accessible via the Moodle. So all the recordings and all the PDFs of the posters are up there. So it was a nice way to gather people both in person and online. And then, so those posters and the presentations and all the recordings, they live on the Moodle here. So the UMETSAT Moodle that was created for GHRSST. So I think most of you hopefully have logged in. If not, I've sent an enrollment key and I can send that out again as a reminder in case you would like to access. But you can find all the science session talks and keynotes, as well as the posters, the agency reporting, task team reporting, workshops, and then also the closing remarks from today. So that's all there. And feel free to use the Q&A discussion or Q&A forum for discussion if you have any questions. The Moodle is, it's live for a long time after GHRSST, so it will just be there. You can always hop in and ask a question. And if the presenter is not monitoring the chat, I will be the one who connects you. So I also wanted to say that we have some upcoming GHRSST talks. So after today, even though we're ending today, presentations will continue as GHRSST talks going into the rest of the year. And I also want to just say, if anyone knows any early career scientists that potentially could benefit from having a grist talk, which is I didn't explain what a grist talk was, but most of you may know what it is. But a grist talk is an online webinar series where we have scientists coming in to present any of their research in sort of like a relaxed format. So it's online. We do them, yeah, maybe at least once a month. We try to. But yeah, so if anyone knows any early career scientists who could benefit from a platform such as this, just reach out to me, and then I can set up a date with them or contact them. And then just as I mentioned, that GRIST 25 will continue with these GRIST talks. We have our first one. This will be after the summer holidays, after a well-deserved summer holiday for all of you. And we have David Wethy. That will be on the 4th of September. Then we also have Tracy Scanlon. So she was also a poster presenter, and that will follow on the 25th of September. And then we have one more booked with Ida Olsen. She was also a GRIST 25 poster presenter, and she'll be presenting in October on the 16th. Yeah. And then I also just want to announce that we have a new GRIST science team member. So thank you to all the science team members who sent in their email ballots. So I would like to announce that Andrea Pisano has been inducted into the GRIST science team as a new member, and he's a researcher at CNR ISMAR, and he works mainly related to satellite operational oceanography and its application to climate and marine environment monitoring. Yeah, I took this from your CV, so this is good. But yes, so if you, welcome. And we will move on to the next. And then I would just like to say thank you to everyone, to all the contributors and all the participants online and in person. You've made my job easy, and you've made it an interesting, my first in-person GRIST meeting symposium really nice. And I also want to say thank you to the GPO team at DMI. So Chiara Berzati, she's been online the whole time, helping me and writing to me on the chat, and also uploading all the recordings. So yeah, thank you, Chiara. And then also thank you to Pia and Jakob and Joanna for supporting me in all the work that had to be done with running this meeting. And then I also want to say thank you to Anne for giving me feedback and also helping out with the organization, and then also to UMetSat for the Moodle that they provided. I need to sneeze. Okay. But most importantly, I want to say thank you to the team at Environment and Climate Change Canada and also UQAM. So specifically, I would like to thank Dorina. It's been a pleasure to work with you. We have been in contact for a few months, going back and forth with emails and online meetings, and also with Melanie. So it's been really, it's been a nice cooperation we've had over the past half year. And then I also would like to thank our technician here, Jean-Francois. We've been sitting together for the past week, and it's been really, you've made life a lot easier at these big meetings. So thank you so much. And then thank you to all the colleagues at Environment Canada and UQAM for helping. I know there was a lot of you who have been helping out. But if I could call Dorina and Melanie and Jean-Francois on stage, we just have a token of appreciation for you. Figured these ones you can plant so they don't just die.
Nice.
Yes.
Thank you so much, everyone. You were all so nice.
So here you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Some
you. Some
chocolates from Germany. And thank you. All the chocolates in your Thank you.
You are all so nice.
Yeah. Perfect. I don't know if I have anything else. Oh, thank you. And then I will just announce one more thing. But yeah, so just for next year, we're heading to Copenhagen, and that's, yeah, it's going to be fun. It will be, yeah, my home turf, well, home turf, I would say. So we're excited to have you. It will be on the 16th to the 20th of June. So we are in the process of planning this agenda. So if anyone has any ideas, you can always reach out to me, and then I can look into what we can include. And then we also have the next meeting, which will happen in 2026 from the 22nd to 26th of June in Sapporo. And then we have Masako, who's will be the local organizer here alongside the Hokkaido University. But yeah, so just again, mark these in your calendars, and we're really excited. So thank you.
Okay, so just before we all go, I think Erika has said most things this morning, but I think, yeah, the one person that we need to thank most of all actually is Erika for all of the work. I mean, you've been working tirelessly for the last few weeks to prepare for this meeting, and you've done a great job this week. So thank you so much for all your efforts.